I want you to take a look at these notes. This is 1 page, 2 page, 3 page, 4 page, 5 page. How many pages do you guys estimate this is? This is not the patch notes for 2xKO patch 1.2.3. These is the patch notes for Ahri. So you know we're in for a banger patch, or at least a very long and detailed patch. You see, patch 1.2.5, I guess I misspoke earlier, that comes out on July 23rd, which is the same day Avatar and Season 3 of Fatal Fury come out. Thanks, Riot. Is basically a whole new meta. The tagline here, get ready for a whole new meta and enjoy the skins we've been cooking. There's a lot to dive into this patch, including massive freestyle nerfs, massive Ahri, massive Illaoi, massive Thresh nerfs, some really good buffs to some of the bottom half of the cast. I can't believe they're buffing Yasuo. Oh, don't even get me started. And yeah, we have a lot to go over. So let's go through it. And I know I'm extremely busy. I got a Avatar game to grind for tomorrow. So I want to make sure I get my sleep. So we're going to do some speedrun fashion. Let's get to it. So there's a Chipotle event. We actually knew about this. I think it's actually active now, but you can get some additional costumes until August 6th. Pretty cool. All right. This was actually very interesting. They really buffed Juggernaut. I've been wanting this. Maybe they actually buffed it too much. I wish they were like a little piecemealing this. The idea is Juggernaut's really, really strong at low level. And at high level, it's basically non-existent. I think there's 2 Juggernaut challenger players. I actually just made a video on them, right? Now it's going to be theoretically better at high level and worse at low level. Right? So Juggernaut now grants the ability to solo dash cancel any attack by spending break meter. So think when you're in Fury, you can now just do basically meterless Fury cancels. How good is this going to be? It really depends on the actual patch, right? So if this is cheap, very strong. If this takes like a 30-year break meter, probably not that good, but there might be like some tech, like if you're really looking out for it, or like, to do certain combos, that it might be worth to do even if it's really high. So in general, just having more options in fighting games is a better thing, right? And you don't have to do the dash cancel. So that's obviously a big buff. Overall super meter gain has been increased by 25% when using Juggernaut. That's a huge buff already, because usually Juggernaut players will often conserve super meter. Even characters that can typically like freely end their combo in super, in order to like cash out at the very end, because you could do like level 1, level 3, right? That's a very common sequence with Juggernaut characters. Now you'll get that more often. Pushblock no longer uses break meter, and now has a 4-second cooldown when using Juggernaut. Is that a buff or a nerf? I'm not really sure. I thought the strongest thing about Juggernaut was the fact that you could literally spam pushblock. Like, I was actually playing Thresh Juggernaut before, and you would just anytime they got close, you spam push block, mash 5H, right? Still good? I'm not sure. But just being cheap and having dash cancels is probably overall a buff. Breaking when hitting an opponent has been reduced by 50% when using Juggernaut. So that's obviously pretty significant, but I still think the majority of the break you got was from getting hit. Attacks can now be dash canceled by spending 30% break meter. That's still pretty expensive. But since you're not using it on push block and push block's free, it's probably a net buff. Break meter gain on successful eject has been reduced by 10%. It's 20% break meter. Now it's 10% break meter. Honestly, I think this is a buff. Now that I'm reading through this, I thought this was like pretty significant. I don't think this is that big of a buff, to be honest. I still think Juggernaut is still probably in the toilet, but I'm glad. I'm glad they're buffing it in ways, they're trying out new things, and they're trying to make this valuable. I think it's a good call. All right, Sidekick. Sidekick's getting assist improvements. So super meter gain has been increased by 15%. That's significant. Point champion can now move freely during Sidekick super. There's going to be some really cool combo potentials there. When an assist is used as a combo starter, it no longer causes additional damage scaling when using Sidekick, so more damage. Push block now pushes both opposing champions when using Sidekick. So that push block that's the same as Juggernaut, by the way. Sidekick's looking a lot better. Sidekick's significantly buff. I did think Juggernaut was a little bit better in Sidekick previous patch. Now I think Sidekick's actually in a pretty good spot. Freestyle. The power of 2 handshake tags is consistently done. Yeah, so Freestyle, Omega broke. I think Evo top 8 had 7 Freestyle users and 1 2x user. Overall break meter gain has been reduced by 35% when using Freestyle. How do you guys interpret this? I interpret this meaning that it doesn't matter if you're doing the Freestyle tag or not. It's just overall across the board, when you are using Freestyle, you have less break. That's kind of scary, honestly. That's a significant nerf by itself, right? Yeah, that's massive. That might mean you get 1 less break per game. And breaks are very, very important, right? Hitting assist of Freestyle negative assist a 6-second cooldown. This is actually a really good change. Right now, if you hit assist before they Freestyle tag, it's 4 second, now it's 6 second. Minor nerf, but I think it's pretty cool. I actually mess with this a lot. Freestyle tag can no longer be used immediately after break. Oh, so you can't do a really common. I don't know if this means the opponent's break or they break. I'm gonna guess it's your own break. Okay, so you can't just like start Giga Cracked offense after you break or push block. That's a good change. Freestyle tag window has been reduced by 20 frames. Now it was 80, now it's 60. You can route around that. That's not an issue. I think this might screw up some things, but you can adapt to this. I think the biggest change is honestly this. The break meter being reduced by 35% is really, really significant. This might change a couple combos, to be honest, like reducing it by 20 frames, but usually you have a lot of leniency, right? Because just the way it works is like you have a second after the move has recovered, right? And now, instead of 1.3 seconds, like I think it'll be fine for most situations. But like the really hyper optimized stuff, yeah, this will probably change. Maybe you'll get a little less damage out of the hyper optimized combos. That's fine. Assist. Oh, players can no longer handshake tag to assist champions after they block an attack. This is actually a really good change. Yeah, I thought this was one of the scrubbiest things in the game. Is that, let's say you have your assist out on screen and then you're putting a block string. What you would do is you would just mash the fuck out of assist and then you teleport, your active character would just magically be active on the other side of the screen. So that's a great change. Players can no longer perform a second assist action with 2x assist. Same thing. That actually wasn't that prevalent outside of duos. Duos is really strong because they could like risk-free mash, but when you were solo, that was a little hard to do. When performing a low attack into a handshake tag, you can now parry the tagged out attack while standing and crouching. What the? When performing a low attack into a handshake tag, you can now parry the tagged out attack while standing or crouching. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so this is actually something that confused me a lot. Is, okay, if I'm doing Illaoi's Tentacle Slam, right? That's a low. But then when I tag out, it's no longer a low. Even though it's a low parry, it's not a low hit. Now you can just parry it both standing and crouching. That's more intuitive. It's a good change, honestly. Dash, you must now hold forward when tapping dash or LM to perform a dash cancel while in Fury or while using Juggernaut. Oh, that's kind of nice. Yeah, sometimes you get accidental dash cancels. That's actually a really good change. I like that. Get up attack can no longer be dash cancel while in Fury or when using Juggernaut. I didn't think that was an issue. I honestly thought they should have kept it, but doesn't really change that much. Most people would do like spaced out Oki on get up attack if they had Fury anyways, so I personally didn't think this was an issue, but whatever. I guess it is kind of scrubby. When performing a backdash, attacks are now buffered until the backdash ends. Oh, you can't do the tacos with Illaoi. So a really strong strategy with Illaoi is you would do the Tentacle Super and then backdash and throw backdash throw OS. And if they rolled past you, you'd throw. And if they didn't, then you just hard tag. Now you can't do that. Illaoi is getting fucked this patch. I can already tell. I think Illaoi is overrated. Again, only one allowing in top 16 of Evo. I'm just saying the results speak for themselves. Now I think she's just fucking cooked. We'll see. We'll see actually the changes, but that's my gut feeling. Performing a throw during backdash, then inputting M or H will no longer result in a throw after the backdash animation completes. Wait, what? Performing a throw during backdash, then inputting M or H will no longer result in a throw after. Oh, this is actually, this is so funny. This was a bug with the tacos. So if you did the backdash OS and then you pressed a really late M, you'd still get throw. That's the only time this situation came out, but now you're never using the backdash OS in the first place. So I don't know what the point of changing is. All right, whatever. Throw tech, the ending distance. So now you spawn further away from throw tech. That's a good change in general. You should return to neutral. Yeah, that's good. Bug fixes. I'm not going to read through these because we are on a time limit. I'm gonna skim them to see if there's anything important. I don't see anything off, off rip, but I could be wrong. All right, champion adjustments. Ahri, buckle in. We have a lot of changes. TLDR, we're heavily reducing Ahri's damage, giving her corner block strings more counterplay, and reducing the size of her normals. Ahri's ground pressure is now significantly worse, so use that spirit rush and get airborne. We've taken. I feel like her ground pressure wasn't even that good to begin with. So interesting. We've taken care to ensure that Ahri's combos still work because some attack receives slight buffs. These attacks will be listed underneath the nurse to give context. Thank you, Riot. Once again, thank you, Riot, for keeping combos intact. Easily one of the most frustrating things, especially someone that plays multiple fighting games, coming back and your combos don't work. Ground combat. As an aerial focused champion, so ground L. Yo, Megalith, appreciate the tier 1. W patch? We'll see. Give me like another 30 minutes. Yeah, go for it, BLT, man. So basically, a lot of extra recovery and hitboxes. Grounded block strings. They had difficult counterplay, reduced the power of most of Ahri's block string pressure on grounded opponents, so it's more clear when it's your turn to attack. Foxfire Blast, Foxfire Leap, S1, that's the fireball into the upward fireball. It's now significantly easier to counterplay. Previously, parry was a strong option, but it required advanced knowledge and a bar. Advanced? No, come on, bro. You just reacted to that shit. There was no advanced knowledge. Maybe advanced knowledge that you can parry. Sure. That's a little bit of a stretch. We've tuned up Ahri's corner block string so that Foxfire Blast, Foxfire Leap is jumpable before the follow-up comes out. That's actually a pretty good change. So you can at least like RPS a little bit better too. Even if they decide not to do anything. It's a cool change. Jules, Diaphone, your interpretation for Freestyle earlier is correct, by the way. Yeah, meter gain is reduced when it's equipped across the board, whether or not you have Freestyle tag. Oh, okay, that's pretty neat. Is this the video? All right, let's take a look. It's a 5-minute video.
I'm making a video to go over some of the changes to help visualize exactly what's changed with Ahri.
This is a speed run.
So let's just go ahead and get into it. This video will not cover everything, but it will cover the most important things. Cool, thanks, let's go. For hitboxes, I will block less far. Down H's hitbox is better in some ways and worse in most. It hits less high.
It's not even that different.
But it connects against crouchers and standing opponents at the same spacing. Also, her anti-air will just clip you less often. For damage, most of her special moves and aerial normals deal less damage, which removes a lot of damage from her combos.
Guys,
Most importantly, and more importantly, her forward S2 and to a lesser extent, J-Down S1 now deal an additional hit of scaling, so starting with these moves is much worse.
Oh wow, this did a lot worse.
Mid-screen now deals 415 damage and generates 64 meter. Compared to last patch, this is 80 less damage and
oh, yeah, okay, that feels good. That's all I need to see. We're in there, boys. That's huge, bro. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, anyways, let's take a look at the rest. S1 Orbit Deception was creating inescapable block strings in the corner, which allowed Ahri to refresh her assist and mix the opponent. S1 startup has been increased by 3 frames. Yeah, we saw that. What about the blocks on the first and second hits of Orb of Deception have been decreased by 6 frames? Oh, so you can like actually challenge better even after you block the assist. I thought they'd make it so S2 into Super 1 was a like there's a gap, but now it's just you can contest better after the S1, which isn't that like it's still really strong. Like let's be real. This is a weird change. Ahri can no longer cancel grounded wildfires in the grounded Foxfire Blast or Stalking Dart unless the final hit makes contact with the opponent. Grounded wildfires now has additional counterplay if an opponent performs retreating guard or push blocks. Oh, I see. So that makes sense. Yeah, before you could whiff that final hit at S2 and then press S1, and now you can't do that. That's pretty good. We like Ahri's aerial champion, so we keep her in the air. Reduce the distance traveled by Spirit Rush slightly and adjust the S1 for the comp. Okay, so that's pretty minimal. It just means like in neutral that she can go a little not as far. And worse hitboxes all around. Damage nerfs all around. A down H was too strong of an anti. It was really good. All right, this I'm really curious about. Maybe we could skip to that. Ahri getting a left-right offer grounded Wildflare's limit strike was causing frustrating outcomes on defense. Yes. Stalking Dart has been slowed down so Wildflare's Stalking Dart no longer crosses up while holding. Ooh, okay. I like this change. This is a good change. Yeah, that was that Oki was really strong, where you could do like down S1 and then hold up forward and beat wake up attack and randomly get a cross up is really good. Now you don't have to take a risk for parry. You can kind of just block it out a little bit easier. Good change. We want Ahri's assist to be good, but we think they go too far in the great category. Spirit Rush. Oh, that's cool that Ford. She's better than 2x assist. I like that. Spirit Rush has been increased by 2 frames, 17 frame startup, 19 frame. Travel distance has been decreased. Hurt box size has been increased. So basically, it's gonna win less. I feel like her back assist was better than her forward assist. Kind of interesting they targeted that. But I guess it'll hit less things, so that's good. All right, Tag Launcher. Ahri's Tag Launcher was punishing moves. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, so for example, Ahri's Tag Launcher could punish Vi, Sway M, which is kind of hilarious. Now it probably can't. But it's still pretty decent. And then they changed this so it would Tag Launch after. Oh, this is a good change. Yeah, Ahri's throws were actually like secretly good because I think what they should do is just unify throw hit stun across the board, to be honest. I think it's a little cringe how like you have to memorize throw combo, like know when you tag into assist, some characters you can get one combo, some characters you get another. I think it should just be universal. But now at least they reduced Ahri's. I think Ahri's had like the best in the game, to be honest. That's good. There are a lot of games at Evo where she just caught someone by the tip. I could see that. Yeah, you are right. Like it would just randomly catch people at the tip. Super meter. Oh, so she gets less meter too. Perfect. Sometimes you get clipped when trying to interact with ground Spirit Rush. Oh yeah, it would just randomly cross up. Now I guess it'll just hit less. All right, cool. So anyways, Ahri, I think Ahri finally got nuked. I think she's still going to be good because she's still like the damage is probably the worst. I think like losing 20% damage is really critical. I think. Like if you go from like a 2-touch to 3-touch character, I think that's really harsh, to be honest. But I think she needed it because she's just so strong. Tacos is good. Yeah, no, Tacos is out, but I mean that's not Ahri thing. I think most of these are kind of nothing changes. It doesn't really matter too much. The assist changes, I I think S1 being like weaker isn't really like I didn't think that was that strong at high level to begin with because people just parried and or aggro. I think I do think grounded S1 having increased recovery means you could just in general push her a little bit after S2, right? So after she blocks S2, if you do S1, it's gonna be more committal essentially. So that means you can play more aggressively after S2, which is kind of nice. So I think that does matter. Orba's deception, not true block string is kind of nice too. I mean, overall, I think it's great changes. I think she'll still be really good though. I don't think she's gonna be like broke, but it wouldn't surprise me if she's still like, you know, top 5. Yeah, looks good to me. This is also a pretty big change. The throw hit stun because you used to just be able to nuke people off Ahri throw. And yeah, I don't know how big of a change this is, but just in general, getting less meter and less damage is pretty significant. All right. Akali, only minor changes to make combos more stable. Hopefully, I don't think all the rest of them are as long as Ahri. Buffs. Crescent Moon Slash now has an additional hitbox. Moonset Kick. Now that's the overhead. Now the special cancels be performed, but only a second kick next. Oh, that's pretty nice. Yeah, sometimes they just randomly not come out. S2 hurtbox size have been increased, whatever. So she's basically unchanged. Yeah, I think whatever. She's still really good. I call you top 1. I don't know. I think she's strong, but she's not like overly strong. Blitzcrank, most slept on character in the game. Man, I don't know most slept on, but I think he's kind of underrated right now. He just keeps getting buffs, and his corner pressure and corner mix is so good. All right, so Blitzcrank is getting quality of life changes, make them easier to play, and fix some unintended outcomes. We're also improving the general knockdown game. When performing a handshake tag to Blitzcrank as they pull in an opponent with an assist, you'll be able to cancel the recovery of their assistant to attack. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, so like if you pulled in the assist, now you can like probably cancel them earlier. That's kind of neat. Maybe there's garbage collection now. Okay, so throw gets you more steam. I feel like it already grants you like almost full steam. I guess it'll be like just a teeny. Yeah. Very interesting. Midair S1 drill recovery on contact has been reduced by 6 frames. So that's the pull in, and then they fall down. Maybe you'll be able to get some like additional combos like with an assist. That's cool. Probably not that useful, but maybe in like specific team comps. S1 now knocks the opponent. All right, so additional combo stuff. I mean, he's basically the same character. Yeah. I don't really see anything that's that significant. So, Braum. We're removing the last low-hitting projectile in the game, which is Braum shattering spires. Really? To compensate, we're slightly increasing this attack's block stun. So is it just not a projectile? Is that how that works, or is it no longer low? Oh, it's just no longer low. Wait, that's definitely a nerf, because like the thing is, it would be the whole point is you can react to it, right? But it would beat fuzzy jump. Like let's say you thought he was gonna like do tick command grab, and then he does the low, and you would like just randomly hit up back and then down back, and you just get clipped out of your fuzzy jump. I thought that was actually pretty strong, and it uses. I'm really surprised they nerfed that. Shattering spires is now slightly more advantageous on block time, so that shattering spires fight mighty one. That's the command grab connects. So I guess it pulls you back in, and now you can do command grab. I guess it gives you a pressure reset. That's kind of cool. I think it's overall a nerf, but whatever. S2 no longer in counter hit state recovery. Whatever change. S2 now beats Henry. And Glacial Fissure S1 now dissipates faster when parried. It will no longer cause opponents to parry the projectile, then be hit while performing a follow-up attack. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, this happened very rarely. Usually if you parry the projectile and dash forward, you wouldn't get hit. But I guess in the rare instances, like, it'll just go away. That's cool. Basically, a very, 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 very slight nerf. I do think changing and Shattering Spires to be a mid instead of a low is not worth getting a strike throw, because you could kind of already do that before. 2 frames extra block stun is not that much. No changes for Caitlyn. Darius, this is again improvements. Oh, that's actually, this happened all the time in the slam where Darius would do the down, the super assist, and then they would like just tech out immediately. It's kind of annoying. I used to team with Crocs and Socks for this team event, and he played Darius, and we never went for the super assist combos because they would tech out right away. So I guess it honestly doesn't probably affect that much at high level, but it's definitely a buff to intermediate beginner Darius's. I mean, this is such a nothing change. 5 extra damage is nothing, bro. Apprehend Assist damage has been increased by 30. That's cool. Again, still not really that much. Noxian might assist, especially because I think his Apprehend Assist usually use it like in a block string. It's usually not hitting, right? I mean, I'm sure maybe people will find ways to route around it now that does more damage. Noxian Super Assist is no longer fit by hit stun. That's actually, this buffed the 9-5 Darius's like a lot. Which is good because a lot of super assists like are not affected by hit stun. So I think it makes sense for that to happen. No major changes to Ekko. That's whatever. This is whatever. All right. Oh, God. Again, I will keep saying this. I think Illaoi and Ekko were about the same power level last patch. If you look at the Evo results, one Illaoi top 16, I think there's like 4 or 5 Echoes of top 16. But I'm still giving the Illaoi up players the grace of saying they're about the same. All right, let's see how fucking bad this is. Illaoi's strong strength weakness profile when like how she plays her strengths are too smothering, reducing the power of her strongest tools so that she can be more well-rounded. In addition, we've adjusted many technical behaviors to reduce frustration when fighting Illaoi. In return, we're opening up Illaoi to Juggernaut and Double Down as core fuses. Oh boy! We've also added a ground bounce to Crashing Waves and extended the length of her Test of Spirit. Oh boy. Crashing Waves, now ground bounces. There might be like some pretty cool tech you could do with this though. Like if I do S1 Super and then I do really laggy move like I don't know, like Thresh Henry, right? And then I do S1 Super, and then Henry pops up after this or something. Like there's probably some tech with that besides Double Down, which is obviously good. And she might be able to limit strike with S1 Super too. That's a really good point, which is pretty nice. Test the Spirit. That's how I interpret this. Test the Spirit. Ultimate range has been improved. Oh, so she could do S1 Super into Test the Spirit. That's kind of funny. All right. Nerfs, bro. Fucking Super Noon Ekko dodges another fucking patch again, bro. Don't even get me started. Grounded light vertical hitbox size has been decreased. Grounded light and down light pushback on block has been slightly increased. Grounded light is now -1 on block. I thought it was already... Oh, I think it was 0 on block before. Block stun has been increased by 1 frame and recovery has been increased by 2 frames. Down light is now -2 on block. So basically her lights are slightly worse. I don't think these changes matter that much. I mean, you're still going to stagger with them. If you think she's going to do light, run up light, it still loses the mash, you know? Less hit stun. Oh, this is actually a bigger change to me, reducing it by 1 frame, because you could kind of hit confirm 1 light, and now it might be a little harder. 2M recovery has been increased by 2 frames. I mean, yeah, that's probably your best normal. Grounded M block stun has been reduced by 2 frames. Yeah, so you can reset. Yeah, because usually if you reset pressure is after 5M. Yeah, I mean, definitely nerfs, but none of this is like that huge. There's just definitely like a bunch of small nerfs. All right, let's see the rest. Like, I think, nah, let's get the rest. Tidal Swing. Follow-up active frames have been reduced. Tentacle follow-up will no longer catch opponents after a tentacle is visually left the screen. Oh, that's a huge nerf. So that means if you have a tentacle off screen and you do down this one, it does like a follow-up. That follow-up will no longer happen after it visually leaves the screen. Not a big fan. I thought that was kind of cool that it rewarded Illaoi players for like keeping track of their tentacles. All right, Prayer and Stagnation with tentacle has been increased by 10. Wait, that's the command. Why do they keep increasing the command frame grab recovery? This is not even that good, bruh. Oh my god, this move is gonna be ass now. It was plus on whiff like 3 patches ago, and now it's like you just jump forward, bro. Now it's like, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be that great. Hits on a prayer and stagnation. All right, so I guess you could get better combos with it. Ooh, okay. Illaoi can no longer perform T actions during prayer and stagnation. We're making counterplay this move more clear in return. Wait, so you can no longer tag during the command grab? I can no longer call assist during command grab? I can no longer do any of that? I'm not really sure. Prayer and stagnation is easier to react with sound on. That's so funny. Seize! What? They reduced her super damage too. That's kind of funny. Tentacles on despawn if the point champion is on her T is hit. Wait, what? Tentacles will now despawn if the point champion on her T is hit. So if she's in the back, okay, so I do Illaoi assist. The assist is blocked. The point champion is hit, the tentacle despawns. Okay. Tentacles now despawn if Illaoi is hit at the same time a tentacle will spawn. Sure. So now it won't trade. Press a grounded guiding hand. Ground hit stun has been decreased by 6 frames. It's kind of, wait, I mean, it always hit twice though. I guess if you're retreating guard and it whiffs, no, because retreating guard, I don't get what this does. First hit of grounded guiding hand, ground hit stun has been decreased by 6 frames. I don't get the point unless it's no longer a true block string, and then therefore they could just match super. First hit of guiding hand assist now, ground hit stun has been decreased. Oh, maybe you just get less combos after. I guess it's for trades. Okay, sure. Yeah, I don't really get these. I don't think that's gonna be that impactful. Yeah, it's for trades. I see. I could just read more. So they're nerfing her forward assist. Speed has been decreased by 2 frames. That's pretty significant. Now her back assist and her forward assist have a more aligned timing for parry. That's actually a pretty big nerf. And it's not like gonna catch people randomly. Okay, so honestly, I still think she's gonna be pretty good. She obviously took a big nerf. I think removing tacos is obviously pretty impactful. I think she gets buffed by the 2x changes the freestyle changes, because she's probably one of the best 2x champions. And this might have some potential. I mean, her ground normals got nerfed. It kind of sucks, but I think she'll be okay. Again, I think people overrate her currently. I think she's like probably top 5, but I don't think she's like top 2 like some people are saying. I think she will still be quite good, especially if the meta is potentially shifting from freestyle. Like, she's got a bunch of small nerfs. It's kind of hard to see how they add up in totality, but she's probably still quite good. How they get rid of what? The tacos? It's a general change. The you can't do backdash throw. I mean, you can't do backdash disguise throw tag. That's just a general change. But I don't think tacos was that important. Like, it was good, but like you could still allow a tentacle Oki around not having tacos. I like that they kept the because you could just keep like stall for assist and then call assist, and now you still have a live tentacle Oki. Hey Kari, what do you think about the patch? What's the team looking like? All right, Jinx, no major adjustments for Jinx. I think Jinx is super underrated currently. In duos, I think she's legitimately broke. I think we're going to see, especially with 2x assists, maybe more popular, I think we'll see more Jinx. I think this character is really good. Senna, we're making some adjustments. So a lot of people think Senna's quite bad. I think she's just very hard and people don't play her because of that. Even though she's probably still bad. But I don't think she's bottom one like some people are saying. She's just hard and new. And you can keep the same team. I can see that. Our movement and medium normals have improved, as well as some special moves. Run speed is important. I mean, again, it all depends on like how fast she is. Base form ground recovery has been reduced by frame. So basically, better normals. A bunch of minor buffs, it seems like. Specials. Oh my god, these are all minor. 1 frame. Okay, that's whatever. Like, why are we bothering to change things 1 frame? 5 damage. Yeah. All right. I don't really... Nothing seems that impactful. It just seems like a bunch of like... I mean, maybe this is good. I'm not really sure. I'm not a Senna player, but to me, it seems like a bunch of minor changes that don't really adjust her core issues. It just seems like she's going to be a little bit more stable and she's going to be faster, and that's probably pretty nice, to be honest. Projectiles do double damage. Did I miss that? Oh, mid-air piercing light, S1, and angle piercing light. Okay, I feel like, to be fair, I don't feel like very many people use this because the best version of piercing light is her ground projectile. The midair and angle down weren't that good, and they still aren't. And she probably does have new routes too. I guess it'll take some time to figure out everything, right? Yeah, I mean, you're getting stuff like knockback distance has been reduced, therefore you can, potentially get a new route. I don't know. We'll see. Buffs assist, I mean, that's whatever. And these seem very minor. I think these placebo buffs are going to help her. I think Senna is in a spot in this patch where she's better than people think she is. I don't think these really change that much, to be honest. But because of these placebo buffs and Senna players getting more time for the character, I think she'll be perceived better in the meta. And maybe there's some new routes that I'm just not fully anticipating, which would be pretty cool too. Yeah, maybe there's some like 2s1 routes. I don't know. Also, actually, the fact that this is safe on block too is pretty good. So you can do like S1, S2, or you could do like S1 into race. I thought you had to do down forward S2. I didn't realize it's just S2. But you can like, even though it's safe on block, like you can kind of steal turns easier, which will be pretty nice. That's cool. All right, pretty neat. Teemo, please nerf him. It looks like they didn't. Why are we buffing Teemo, bro? Bro, how much does Super Noon pay off these devs? I don't understand. Second hit of 2M now is 1 additional frame of hit stun on ground opponents. Second hit of 2M, yeah, I mean, it sounds like his combos are going to be more consistent. I know a lot of Team Mocha players say that his B&Bs don't work against some characters in the cast. This is... Yeah, 2M into Teemo's B&B is inconsistent in some ranges. Now, yeah, you can delay H for his B&B more consistent. That's pretty nice, actually. Bandle Dash and Charge forward S1 final hitbox size has been increased above Teemo. Bandle Dash and Charge Bandle Dash are now more consistent when hitting opponents high above Teemo, but not so high that they would randomly anti-air opponents. So it's just probably for combo consistency. Darts assist has been... Wait, what? Bro, this is one of the best assists in the game. Why are we buffing it? Hello, Riot? Darts assist is insane. 2 hitting projectile assist that comes out extremely fast. I mean, granted, 10 extra damage is not really that much of a buff, but like the fact that Riot thinks this needs buffed is kind of crazy to me. Yeah, I do agree that combo consistency buffs are important. Like I think combos dropping a lot is honestly like because of character hitbox size. I don't think that's like really the kind of emergent gameplay you want. All right, anyways. Nurse, Teemo's head hurtbox. Some standing attacks were whiffing on Teemo. I don't know any standing specifically, but I guess that's good. Again, more consistency is better in a game that's honestly like this janky. Bug fixes fixed an issue where Teemo's blowgun appears on this whatever. I wish they nerfed. I think Shroom Oki is one of the most degenerate things in the game. I do wish they nerfed that, considering they nerfed Illaoi, but hey, is what it is. Welcome back, Ekko Teemo, still very, very strong. Ekko Teemo might be one of the best teams in the game this patch. The one frame changes for Senna are amazing because a lot of her combos were super inconsistent. Yeah, I could see that. All right, we'll look at the Blade trailer after this. Thresh has taken 2xKO by storm, and people love playing them. Basically, he does more damage than they thought. That's fair. Boss. Thresh can now cancel bisection HH in the Lantern tag. Oh, that's pretty cool. So you could do like some interesting routes there. So HH is almost never used, so that's kind of cool that there's different combo routes. Cruelty S1 super final hit. All right, yeah, most people didn't even use S1 super too, so that's pretty neat. Cool. Nurse, Eviscerate, yeah, minimum hit stun scaling has been increased. So, well, I always forget what minimum hit stun scaling means. That just means that it's going to drop out eventually. Yeah. Okay, so basically they're changing the charge down heavy loops, so you can no longer do that. Eviscerate now slightly higher hit stun, but scales more while in combos. Got it. So Eviscerate leads to Death Binding or Soul Ripper, which is the mid-air hook, land to combos, but not Death Binding, which was the down hook. Got it. Yeah, I hope the mid-screen B&B I do is still alive. Probably not known, right? Mid-air jump heavy H hitbox size has been reduced. Yeah, that shit was degenerate as fuck. Makes sense that they're nerfing JH. S2 minimum damage has been reduced from 50% to 30%. Yeah, that shit did too much damage. Honestly, he didn't really get hurt that bad. I think he's quite strong. Like this patch, I could see myself playing Vi Thresh. I think that team might be quite good. If Vi got some good changes, we'll see. Adjustments, Grounded Dark Passage. It's slightly lower. I thought it already lifted against Crouchers, no? Oh, I see. It used to... Oh, that's right. Blitzcrank would crouch and he'd still get hit. Got it. Inputting down forward S2 while airborne will not perform Dark Passage. Midair S... Okay, sure. What did it used to do? Didn't you used to get anything? That's so weird. Spirit Summon. Oh, I know what happens. So if you do forward S2, you get the Dark Passage that goes far, I guess it pre-patch, if you did down forward S2, it used to, I mean, it would still give you the far version. That just gives you normal version. Okay, makes sense. Spirit Summon Explosion no longer sends grounded opponents towards Thresh. Did he really used to do that? Because that's Henry Explosion. I guess no one really performed at point blank range, so sure. Bug fixes. Opponents are no longer sent towards Thresh. S1. I'm gonna skim through these changes. I don't think anything's that crazy. Oh, this is actually this is a pretty big nerf. I thought this was intentional. Thresh is no longer able to jump cancel from hitting opponent's swaps. I thought that was intentional. Jinx Chomper is no longer insta-kill poor Henry. Interesting. All right, let's see what Vi's doing. Footwork combos now significantly easier earlier into a combo, but still require multiple links if you want to maximize their potential. Cool. All right, let me see what we got. Immunity to the box. Where is that? I'm trying to skim this because this is a speed run, even, and we're already at 45 minutes. Yeah, I can finally do electric combos. That's what it sounded like. I don't. Where do you see S1 into teleport being dead? JS1 into teleport being dead. I do not see that anywhere. Like they intentionally say it right here that midair S1 into the, how do I say? When nerfing the damage caused by Dark Flicker. To ensure that Dark Flicker S2 charge S2. What the fuck is S2 charge S2? Am I tripping? S2's Lantern. Oh yeah. Okay, that makes sense. You're not doing S2. You're already doing the charge S2. Got it. Thresh can no longer teleport to his Lantern while tagged out after performing Soul Reaper. Oh, yeah, this is whatever. Who gives a shit about that? All right, I was wondering where you're getting that from. So you could actually do some crazy combos where you you tag out and then you do the JS1 into the hold S2. I mean, who gives a shit? Like, no one was really doing that yet. It technically would be optimal, but this shit was so sweaty. Yeah. Teleport explosion while tagged out. All right, let's check Vi and then I'll talk about the patch. Oh my god, this is so much. Relentless Force S1 Super now breaks armor. Wait, can I just do S1 Super when I see Braum shield up and then he's just fucked? Is that how that works? Very interesting. Yeah. Cease and Desist, Ultimate, Vault Breaker. So basically she's better against Braum. Oh, this is nice. It all depends on how this works, but Vault Breaker Assist now knocks opponent less far back. So you can get a combo after easier. That's cool. Increased by 5 frames. Sure. Footwork, light hit stun, and grounded hits been increased by 2 frames. Wait, so I can do easy electric combos? Let's go. Wait, perfect. Wait, Riot. They changed something I didn't even know I needed. Footwork, light hit stun, and grounded hits been increased by 2 frames. Footwork charge medium has hit stun and launch height on grounded opponents has been increased by 2 frames. Wait, so I can do easy electrics now? No? Let's go. Vi's now a 9-5 character. Oh, this is a great patch. I take everything back, Riot. This is a buff only to me because all the other high level Vi's could do electric combos. Footwork charge H now charges faster by 5 frames. Oh, interesting. This is actually, I don't know if this is a buff, to be honest. I kind of like the fact that this is later because it would throw off parry timings, and it was a better tag out move. I think it's actually a nerf. Whatever. It's not that bad. Full work charge H hit stop has been increased from 16 to 14. All right, so it's just easier time. That's cool. Nurse Relentless Force Super. So basically, Super does a little bit less than double down. I mean, it's pretty much very minor change, to be honest. This seems really interesting that you might be able to, like, I feel like she's better against Braum now. And this forward assist is going to be better, which is kind of nice. Thresh dead or top 1? He's not dead at all. He barely. Yeah, I don't think he changed that much. Unless I missed some stuff. Warwick has combo stability. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really care that much about Warwick. He does better combos now. Alright, cool. Yasuo. Yasuo's getting combo stability improvements to prevent unexpected drops. Wait, what did I miss? Bug fix tag out HH for... Oh, sick. Yeah, that was actually like honestly, this is the best buff I got this patch. Fix the bug that caused grounded H follow-ups not to be performed while tag out. So now you can do charge HH now, and it's actually like you can do good like tag out pressure. Oh yeah, this is weird too. I'm glad they fixed that. So basically, he gets more combos. Cool. I don't really want to read this. Like our champions, Yasuo's getting combo stability improvements. I think combo stability improvements in general are a dub. Yeah, my brain's fried. Oh, we can't go over an hour. All right. Culinary Masters Mega Bundle. Bro, of course Ahri's here. What a surprise. Oh, no, that's Caitlyn. What? Caitlyn, I thought that was Ahri because of the hair. Caitlyn has a whisk at the end of her gun. That's crazy. Teemo with the chef mustache is sick. That's coming tomorrow. Coven Mega Bundle. Of course, we got Ahri. Oh, the Illaoi Coven? Wait, do we now have more Illaoi skins in 2xKO than actual Illaoi skins in League? That's kind of crazy. Also, the Senna skin's fucking sick. What the hell? That skin looks dope. Yeah, overall thoughts on the patch. I think not much is going to change. I think Ahri was so far above top 1 that I think she got hit the most. I no longer think there is a SSS tier for Ahri. If I had to guess, I think Thresh is going to be considered to be top 1 after this patch, unless his damage got really, really nerfed and the hitbox her box changes to JH are that significant, because I think Thresh is still like honestly is very strong. Ahri is still going to continue to be very strong because all of her movements and attacks, she just mainly does less damage, and her grounded block strings are a little worse. I think Ekko and Teemo are looking very good this patch, especially if the Thresh nerfs. Teemo might be coming back up. I still think Teemo does struggle against Thresh a little bit. That's probably his main weakness right now. I think he probably has the best Oki in the game now. It's better. It's going to be better than Illaoi's Oki because the tacos or the throw OS is now gone. I think the biggest shakeup, honestly, is going to be the freestyle changes. I think more people are going to experiment with different fuses, probably 2x and double down. I still don't see Juggernaut or Sidekick being viable, even though they're obviously a little better. But yeah, if I had to guess, I don't think we're going to see that major of a shakeup this patch. But I do think you're going to see a little bit less Ahri. I mean, you just had Akari Evo champ come in here say he's probably still playing Ahri. I think that's how a lot of people are going to see it. But I think it's going to be easier to fight, which is nice. Yeah, but I think Ahri like probably fell down like a half a tier or a tier. I don't think anyone else shifted more than a tier. Let's put it that way. But yeah, that's my thoughts. Also, the Senna skins get sick. Chat, what do you guys think? What's up, K7? Bro, Ahri does like 90 less damage on a B&B. That's all you need to know. She did like she went from like 500 to like 420. That's a lot. It's a lot. That's what I'm saying. That's a huge nerf. And she generates less meter, so she's gonna get orb super less. Like functionality wise, she's still mostly the same. Like she got like minor nerfs here and there, but the big thing is she just does less damage, generate less meter. And her Oki after limit strike's a little worse too. Illaoi dead? No, she's still fine. I I think the biggest nerf to Illaoi is the fact that you can't do the option select anymore. And probably the 2S1 change, how if your tentacles aren't on screen, then 2S1 no longer gives a follow-up, because that was really strong. And like all these minor like button nerfs, I like whatever. I mean, it's gonna be slightly worse, but you can play around it. And like, yeah, I think tentacle grab is gonna be really bad now, but honestly, like, that's not what made her strong, to be honest. And it'll still be like okay as like a reaction check, and she still has S2 super. And if 2x assist is better, she still has one of the best 2x assist kits. I think people are gonna rate Illaoi lower, but I think it's more like placebo. I think Illaoi is not top 3 in this patch, but people think she is for some reason. And now, people probably put her like top 5, and I think she's probably top 5 still. Yeah, I don't think that much changed, to be honest. Like, I think the biggest thing we're gonna see is the people playing around with different fuses, because I think 35% break reduction in freestyle is massive, and that's how every other fuse got buffed. Is because they don't have that 35% reduction. And then I think Ahri, I think we'll see a little less Ahri. I think people always underrate damage nerfs. Damage nerfs and health nerfs, people always underrate until they realize like, oh shit. Until they actually start playing and losing less. Just historically. So yeah, I see pretty similar meta with a little less Ahri, and I still want them to do more buffs, but I think they're buffing in the right way where they're adding combo consistency, especially in the game that can be a little janky. So anyways, we kept it under an hour, thankfully. All right, let me know what you guys think about the patch. This is a long one. Take care, boys.